welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Anyways, so if you have not watched the video prior to this and the one prior to that, then you might be a tad bit behind, but you can definitely still follow. I will have everything listed below, but I found these wood templates on Amazon. Just to recap, I am using them as my template to cut the, ear. I'm just using them just to do that. And I'm going to just trim off the sides. No big deal. I'm not going to try to find an exact match to cut it on my Cricut or anything like that. I think it's just super simple to do it this way. And then I just take my X-Acto knife and just kind of trim off any little bit of that excess vinyl there. And this is the teardrop version of those little circles that I did last time, and I am doing them in the same way, except that I am kind of trying out a few different things. So I want to see kind of like how they stay, how they work, how they kind of the longevity of them. And so what I did was I sanded down these little wood pieces just to see if maybe that would make a difference for the vinyl to be a little bit more sticky. On the circles, they felt maybe like they weren't as like solidly on there. So I thought maybe if I sand it down a little bit, maybe that might help out. Anyways, like I said, I just put the little wood piece on top of the vinyl and just kind of cut it out that way. Now, before I was using my weeding tool and kind of scraping along and then cutting around that. But then I thought, you know what, maybe I could just use my X-Acto knife and just chop, just cut all the way around this, and it'll work that way. And it's sure enough, it worked out just fine. So I just kind of decided out where my design was going to be, and then I just was very careful to use my X-Acto knife around the edges there, and what didn't have to be exact, because I was going to be able to trim off anything that was around the excess. So this video, I was making sure that I was using these. I wanted to show you the teardrop look because it does have a little bit more of a unique look, and it's a little bit bigger. It just has a bigger imprint. So the vinyl in this particular vinyl, I could kind of show a few more little aspects of it, and I thought that was really cool. So, but I basically did the same exact thing here that I did for the round earrings. I had already made one of them, and then I just kind of made sure each one of them had a bit of the elements that the other one had, so that we were, along the same lines as far as look and feel and that kind of thing. So I had this outdoor coating stuff that I've been using for different things, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to slap a little bit of this on here to make sure that we are increasing the longevity of the quality of these earrings. So I want to be able to, and not necessarily sell the earrings, but I would like for them to make a statement, me be able to give them away, or maybe even sell them at some point or whatever. But then, but it has a long lasting review of it, like, okay, these did last a long time, or I haven't had any issues with these or whatever. So that's kind of why I was thinking ahead in the sense of putting a little bit of that outdoor coating on there. That outdoor coating really doesn't take all that long, so I just kind of set it off to the side. Probably takes about 30 minutes for it to dry, so I just set it over to the side. Anyways, so I took this look here, and I thought that the design that I had for this, the shape of this kind of this pointed teardrop or whatever, that it would go the best. So I did sand it down again because I felt like I got a little bit more traction, a little bit more security with everything going on there. Now, this glue is from Southern Belle Glitters. I do have the Artistic Painting Studio glue. The only reason why I like this one for this moment is that I was just trying to get these done. I just wanted to get it done and over and, and get the content to you guys. I was trying to make samples of different things, so I was kind of more in a hurry, and so I used this glue. I do like the Artistic Painting Studio glue a lot better, but it takes about at least an hour for it to really dry and be ready for the foil to go onto it and be scraped off. So this is, just being honest with you guys, I'm using the Southern Belle Glitter, the fast, like really fast dry glue, and I'm using that to set out. And I did let them sit for just a few minutes just to kind of just let it kind of get, dried in a sense. And then I cut out my pieces of foil here. And this was the design that I had in mind, as far as I thought that this design would kind of lean into that peacock feather look. And so that's kind of why I was using it. And I wanted to show you guys that you could use different things on these. So you could paint them, you could use a alcohol marker, you could use whatever you want. I just kind of wanted to kind of show these different aspects of how these can be done, and they're just quick and easy. So I just took the peacock feather foil there and just like that kind of eye of the peacock feather. As you can see, as this goes along, you can kind of see that the clear backing of that foil is kind of coming up. So as you move it along, you will see more and more of that clear backing, and you'll know that you're doing right as far as getting that foil and that design all the way off of there. So I actually cut the blue thinking I was going to do blue and then the green, but then I decided that I was going to do the green then the blue, so I kind of cut the green in a little bit too small pieces, but they actually did work, so I ended up doing that. But the only thing that I was concerned about in this design was that the peacock feather look was behind all the other three looks. So I'm not sure how much movement you would get out of the look of this, but I thought that the feather looked really cool, and I wanted to use like that whole kind of eye look of that peacock feather, and so I needed the bigger one to hold that design, but then it's in the back, so I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, maybe it's a little surprise when the earring moves around and you see that little bit of extra color and that kind of thing. But anyways, I didn't have as much success on the plain green and blue. It was a little more distressed looking than I had originally wanted, but I did try this before with the Artistic Painting Studio glue, and it was even more distressed, but I don't know that I left it dry long enough, so maybe I didn't let this dry long enough, or maybe it's just the wood itself, it's just not as flat or absorbent of a surface, or, that kind of thing. So I'm not exactly sure if any other particular way would be better or worse. I do know that the Artistic Painting Studio glue was not as successful as this glue, but like I said, I may not have let it dry long enough, or thinking that maybe if I hit it with the heat gun, it would dry more, but it didn't really. So anyways, so I just did this, and I thought, well, whatever, we'll have some distressed look, and no big deal. We'll just design some things and kind of see how it goes from there. So like I said, I decided that the peacock look of it, like the one on the back side has that whole peacock eye feather look. But then I thought that the green and then with the little bit of blue on the top would give it that essential kind of eye look in itself. So that's why I kind of switched those around than I did in the beginning. So once again, I'm showing you how to use this ring. I really kind of slowed this down, and or I do actually slow it down and show you a little more kind of close up on how I use this ring, because I really wanted you guys to fully understand and fully concept and be able to utilize this ring that usually comes with pretty much every jump ring I've ever bought. It has one of these rings. So I have a ton of these little rings, one's in each one of my little containers. So I just kind of, whichever one I open up first is the ring that I pull out of there. So, but as you can see, I put the jump ring in the little slot of that ring on the side there. And then you're going to want to pull this from like, you want to, I guess if you're looking at it like head on or, right down, you're going to move it from side to side, right? Instead of, or up and down. I don't know what the best way to describe it is, but you don't want to like pull it apart, right? So you're going to be using it to kind of maneuver it from side to side. So that's how I wanted you to see that ring. I wanted to make sure that you were fully understanding exactly how to use that tool without having to use an actual tool and be fumbling around with that. You just have one, both your hands working, and very, very simple to do. Once again, I used my little corner cutter there to kind of fancy up my sticker that I was going to put on these earring cards here. And so I just did that. And then I put my logo and my website and all the little symbols that show, where to find me and that kind of thing. So this was just kind of showing you how it all kind of, I just wanted to kind of slow everything down and just kind of show you what it's like to kind of put all this together, that it's very simple. These can be really quick and easy throw-in gifts, or like, oh my gosh, I have a birthday party, or oh my gosh, my friend's birthday, or, I'm going to go to somebody's house and I wanted to give them a little thank you note or something like that. I mean, these are like, I did this all within 40 minutes, I think is how long it took me to film this. But obviously I shorted it down and cut some things out and sped some things up for the sake of time. But I wanted y'all to know that these little jewelry pieces are fairly easy. You get bulk amounts of stuff, and you can, utilize them in all kinds of different ways. And I think you could be really adventurous and really creative and just really kind of let yourself go with these. And I just thought they would be kind of cool. I'm doing this gala for my son's school, and I thought these might be good little kind of door prize type situation deals, I don't know. I'm just kind of all about it right now. I don't know why, but tumblers, I kind of put them on the back burner right now, and I'm just kind of doing some simple little fun ideas and putting this stuff together. And once again, I'm going to stop talking here for a minute, but I wanted to show y'all once again how to use this little ring and how to open up these jump rings and how it all works.
Like this.
And that's it. I mean, it's just that simple. Like I said, this didn't take me very long at all to do these. And I think you have a really unique, one-of-a-kind piece that really, honestly, can't be remade because you handmade them. You picked these pieces out yourself, these little elements, and put it all together. And so I definitely want to challenge you, pull out some of that old vinyl and see what you can do. I'm sure you have some foil that you haven't been able to use or don't know how to use, or just never really thought about what to do with it. And here you go. This is something that you could do. You could do different animal prints there. Anyways, I really, love the peacock feather ones. I thought those were really cool. The vinyl, I think this vinyl is pretty cool. I do love the little shine that outdoor coating gives these, and I think it gives us a little more protection. But anyways, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think of the whole series of the jewelry, and I'll see you next time.